3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
Right 20.
Right 50. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Check.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
1st and 10.
A shotgun snap for Gone. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now they'll run it on the toss. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll try the air now with Gone. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Here we go. 120.
50.
12.
Goff on first down. He completes this one to Mack. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Marlon Mack, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy, who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Right there. 54 Mike. You never read.
On first down, Slade. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
You got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go.
2nd and 9 now. Man open, that's Kiki QT, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First down, Texans.
Here we go. Set. Get the flag. Left. Watch left.
They'll run on first down. Slade. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up second.
2nd and 3. Open man is QT, complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 39.
To QT. A gain of 12. First down.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 41-yard line.
Set. Cut. AC Gator. Watch left. Tight end to the right. Tight end.
They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And coming up on their 2nd drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice, that it all came together. But I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room and pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis, and also move the sticks. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the gun, here's Goff. And Thomas has it. Touchdown, Indianapolis. In for the score. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Great corner out there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field, and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Update now from a game going on in Pittsburgh. And the Steelers there out to an early lead. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. 2nd and 11. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to his tight end, David Njoku, and now it's third down.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll look to throw here. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A huge play there for Houston. 41 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll set up to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. That one goes for 24 yards.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield.
That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins. His 6th touchdown of the season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
14, Texans 7.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Yeah, I got you. 54, Mike, 54.
Call. He's got it to Williams. A really good pickup of 28 yards. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Marlon Mack with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and it's now 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
First down.
He goes tonight. White 20.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Watch the out. Watch the out.
After the interception, here's Gall. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Second and 10. Goff again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs.
He goes tonight. White 20. Far gone.
Check, 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 check.
On first down, Gall. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jared Goff with his third touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it first and 10. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
And he'll get this only up to about the 35.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Foreseeing completion on first down, then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now back to throw. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his second of the game. Instead, fourth down. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line.
I absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, deep.
They'll start on the ground with Mack. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on second and 13. To throw is gone. He gets it to Thomas. He's at the 50. the 30, the 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. 4 touchdown passes now for Jared Goff. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. So from back deep in their home territory all the way into the end zone, do you think they expected to score on that one?
I'm not sure they expected to score, but they also showed that they're not averse to taking a little bit of a risk there, right? Taking a chance, because the normal call is take care of the football, run it, be safe. Instead, they put it in the air and took a gamble, and it paid off in a big way. That wasn't an analytics call. That wasn't a fantasy guy's call. That was like a video game call right there.
It was a little bit of a video game call, but it worked. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and a rout is on here in this first half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Looking again for Watkins, and this time that's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd down, Ingram. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
But he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent is really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4. At the Texans.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
It's our time, guys. It's our time.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
It's now 3rd and 4.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. I will remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. 1st down.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Now Mack. And down inside the 15 he goes. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down. Oh, lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Gonzalez's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
58's Mike, 58's Mike. Yo, 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 yo. Yo!
He'll drop to throw. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
Let's go. 4 now.
On first down, they'll stay with Mack on the ground. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. Well, he gets attended to. He'll step aside.
Check, watch 54, watch 54.
Turbo's up.
You must get it.
And to give this time to the tailback. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And he'll give it here to his running back. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A good solid game there on first down, but the defense has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
2nd and 7 at the 24-yard line.
Come on, 180.
Rabbit.
We're good. We're good.
They run with a fullback mix. A little second effort there on the strong run. And then drop just inside of the 20. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
A gain of 6 makes it 3rd and 2.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Going to give this time to the tailback. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
A 34-yard attempt.
And Gonzalez went through. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Darius Leonard, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Go!
Back to the ground, this time with Ingram. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they...
Back to throw now on first down. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Texans.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now a handoff here to his running back. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They're going to look to throw. It's caught by Mark Ingram. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is caught by Watkins. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. They'll set up a throw. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up first and goal. They'll look to run with Ingram. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard go in this game today, hasn't it?
Yeah, this defense, they've met pretty much every challenge in front of them this afternoon.
They're still trying to run the ball, but they're not finding much space.
Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. This Colts D up to the challenge so far, but they need another stop here on 3rd and goal. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. David Njoku, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Texans get a bit closer. Extra point right down the middle. And that will shave one more off this lead.
41, Texans 14.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the fourth quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
Going to give this time to the tailback. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
They'll run it now out of the gun. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. 8 yards, first down as they're able to convert.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there, and now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down. And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The Colts on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is third down and 12. On third down, a run by Mack. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at fourth down. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
First down, Houston.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, a big seam, and he might go all the way. He's at the 40. He's at the 30. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got it first and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. Looking to run with Mack. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So the big play to kick off the drive set them up first and goal, and they're able to cash in right away on play number 2.
I think I'm starting to understand more and more when we get ready to do games and we meet with coaches why they talk about big plays, explosive plays, and how it sets them up for success, because that's exactly how they were able to score on this one. We saw the touchdown, we saw the payoff, but of course that big, long chunk play is what got them in position.
And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today, coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
I think this one offensively, this is one where you just say, let's move on. Let's not even watch the game tapes from this one.
Yeah, you might just want to throw it in the trash, act like it was never there in the first place.
Yeah, just say we're good. I actually have heard of a coach in the past who took his team out to the practice field and ceremonially buried the game film from the prior game when they got clobbered. That was his way of putting it behind them.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. A couple of first downs have him to the 40 now on 1st and 10. He's going to let it fly. That's caught at the 25. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. He'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them.
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Watch 7.
Single receiver, single receiver. Hey, you're on the 9.
They'll drop to throw. Dancing to his left. He's good. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Colts pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Yeah, baby. We got it. We got it.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
So that'll do it.
Yeah. Hey, yeah. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown.